sing a happy song together, and we'll all be a happy family.
Hi, and welcome back to the channel. Well, this is not a repair video, the type I normally do, but this is a maybe one day sort of video. So I have this circuit here, and as you can see, it's valves or tubes, depending on which part of the world you live in, but this was originally designed for American voltage because it's got 120 volts input, but obviously it's a matter of choosing the transformer really to give you the voltages you want, of course, and that is going to be the issue if ever I did actually build this, is getting the voltages there. So this transformer has a 6.3 volt winding, and it looks like a center tap 500 volt winding, and then that gives you effectively a 4-wave rectifier and a standard sort of pi filter and some smoothing there and some regulation there. So the power supply being the main issue of trying to actually build this, I think I might have, and these are all triodes and all the same, looks like 12AU7, but I think I've got valves that will do for that, ECC83s or something like that. I can't remember without actually getting them out and having a look, but there's 2 triodes in each valve, so this would need 3 valves there, possibly with another one for rectifier. I could easily have a solid state rectifier instead these days, but that's the circuit. Now, it's not a radio. I don't know if anyone yet has worked out what it is, but this is actually a circuit for a theremin, which I think most people know what it is, but a theremin has basically a musical instrument which has 2 antennae on it, and the one that you move your hand slightly closer in or further away from the antenna will change the pitch, and the other you will change the volume by moving your hand in or out. So it takes a lot of skill to play one, and I've never tried, so that would be fun too. But yeah, it's basically, this is one version of a theremin, and there are also 4 pages of text. So it's page 1 of 4, and then it says tube type theremin construction project. It doesn't give you a lot of details about how to do it. It tells you their description of how it all works. That's page 3. And then page 4. So there's a lot of description, but not much in the way of drawings really, just a schematic diagram and some text. And it's got a 2002 date there. May even still be on the internet. There is a Theremin World address there, so it's possible. As I say, tempted to have a go because I think I've got most of the bits apart from having the right transformer. That's the big issue. Find a transformer that would do. The output of this is fed into a separate amplifier, so it hasn't got a built-in power amp. So that's one version. And here's another. It says, for that different sound, music a la Theremin. And this one was published in 1967. So although the valve circuit was published in 2002, the transistor circuit is actually 1967. So this one would be easier to arrange the supply. There's a circuit board layout there, which presumably could be made up by a company like PCBWay, which I'm not sponsoring or anything, but they seem to be very good, and a lot of people recommend them or use them. So yeah, it would be possible to get this printed circuit made up. That wouldn't be difficult. It needs to be obviously laid out exactly as described, because it's going to be very sensitive to capacitance, which is moving your hands around near the antenna, various capacitance, which affects the oscillators. You have two oscillators, two RF oscillators running, the input stage, and then as you move your hand near the antenna, you shift the frequency of one of them slightly, and the difference gives you the audio. I think this one may... Oh, it does have a volume antenna. I did see one circuit which didn't have that. It had a slider for the volume, and I don't really want that. I would like a genuine Theremin. But this one is much easier from the supply point of view, requiring only a 9-volt battery for supply. But getting the exact transistors would probably be difficult now. I don't know which ones were specified. Oh yeah, here we are. So they got some Motorola transistors in there. I could get out the good old towers and find out the equivalents, field effect things, and most of them are junction transistors as well. Interesting one, but these coils, I don't know how much details there are. Seem to have the circuit on both sides. Yes, I don't know why that's printed both sides. Right, it gives you a description of how it all works. Installation, operation, tuning, construction. Again, there's not a lot of drawings. Again, it's based. This was from Popular Electronics, 1967. So, yeah, there's descriptions on how to make it, and presumably how to make these inductors and so on, or what values they need to be. Just an interesting thought. I don't know whether I ever get round to actually making these. I would like to make the valve circuit, but the transformer would be a bit hard to obtain. The transistor one would be easier. Obviously, there are much later ones that use ICs. I think you can even buy them ready-made. But then where's the fun in that? It's much more fun to try and construct something. So maybe when I get some downtime and the weather's not that special, so I don't want to be outside, I could start looking into this and seeing whether I could source enough of these components to make this thing up. Probably be a good idea to start with thinking about how I'd get the printed circuit made up. And I don't even know if this is the right size, this printout. I can't remember now where I got this from. It looks like it was done on an old printer, probably 20 years ago, around about the time it was published. So, just a little bit of a thought there. It's just a maybe one day kind of video. But any thoughts on this? Has anyone tried to make one? Other diagrams and that out there, or easier projects where you can actually use modern components? Any of that I'd be interested really to know about. Just something really to keep things going, because I'm not doing much electronics work at the moment. It being the summer, it being hot in here, and I want to be out and about a bit and doing other things. So there we have it. Just a little thing to share with you, and I hope that's of interest to at least some of you. And thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. So bye for now.
Sing a happy song together, fill the air with harmony. Sing a happy song together, that's the song to choose. For pushing away the blues, keep the heartstrings running, and the good times coming. It will keep